The artist quarter of Jinjiang in East Beijing, an area of creativity on the brink of destruction. Around it, a sea of demolished buildings, the fallout from urban development.
All the windows over here and also the ceiling over there, part of the building behind.
More than 60 artists here were given a week's notice to move out to make way for a multi-million-dollar residential project. When they refused, the developers sent in armed thugs.
More than 100 mafia came, and each of them have weapons.
They destroyed some buildings and beat some of the artists, a few seriously.
They hit me with iron bars and sticks. Then the police came. I had blood all over me. I begged them to catch the thugs who were still tearing down the place, but they did nothing.
Few thugs and developers are arrested, let alone charged. Every year, thousands of kilometres of land are being swallowed up for development. Most happens in the rural areas away from the spotlight. And the intimidation can be relentless. It caused the death of Tang Fu-zhen, a 47-year-old mother from Chengdu. She set fire to herself in protest at local authority moves to evict her so a sewage plant could be built. Land grab and violence in villages like this one are common throughout China, but Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao is promising to introduce legislation to curb unscrupulous developers and stop illegal evictions. But with corruption so rife and profits so great, it could be difficult to enforce any new laws. 1,000 kilometres from Beijing in central China, in the village of Heruan, they know all about land grab. In the last 10 years, 2/3 of their land has been taken for development. They say they've received hardly any compensation and no justice.
Here it
seems that the concept of human rights has lost its meaning. Local government should have listened to what we wanted. But they just grab our land as they want. It's all about their personal interests.
Heruan knows about violence too. In January, when the developer's henchmen came to take land, 22-year-old Li Dongtong defended his property. He was stabbed to death. It was a few days before he was due to get married. The house he was supposed to share with his bride now stands empty. Next door, his mother stands, still shocked and angry.
My wish is this: execute the murderer. Punish severely the people who are behind the case. These people deserve severe punishment, execution. I need revenge for my son, to give him justice. He didn't deserve this.
They say no one has been charged with his murder. To fuel China's huge economic and manufacturing machine, it needs land. But laws are widely flouted. The developers have money and the clout. It's difficult for both farmers and artists to resist.
Basically, there's no way for us to fight these people. The law doesn't help, and there are hardly any channels available to us.
Poor farmers are increasingly having to move to the cities as the gap between rich and poor is widening in China, victims of a vibrant economic policy. The communism of old China promised them protection and rights. New China doesn't seem to be able to promise that anymore. Tony Birtley, Al Jazeera, Heruan, Jiangsu province.